Today, we're going to have a ton of fun. We're going to talk about the different types of audiophiles, or the different types of audiophiles that I see. Maybe poke a little bit of fun at things. So in the comments, put down which type you are. So sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and let's have some fun. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. It helps out the channel a lot. And you have unlimited subscriptions to donate. We have over 700 videos, everything from DACs, turntables, headphones, home theater. So chances are there's something here for you. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I earn your subscription today. The beginner. You are just getting into this. You don't know the difference between a DAC and a cartridge. RCA, XLR, it's all Greek to you. But you know that you want to get a great system. You could also be on a huge budget. So you may be looking at things from Fuzzy Audio, IEMA. Maybe looking at those Sony SSC S5s. But once you get that system together, the pearly gates open up and the angels sing to you because you're hearing things in your music that you've never heard before. There's depth, there's soundstage, there's imaging, there's instrument separation, there's detail. There's a whole bunch of extra music in there, and now you are hooked. You're forever an audiophile. You can't escape it now because you've tasted the nectar, the sweet nectar of audiophile yumminess. And you're excited. And somewhere deep in your brain, you're thinking to yourself, self, this can get way better. And you're right, it can. But be careful, beginner. Sometimes you need to walk before you run because it can be a dark wasteland out there. A never-ending journey, a pilgrimage with no ending, a search for something that's not there. So if you are a beginner, enjoy yourself because you'll never be a beginner again. Marvel in your music, sit back, enjoy, and try not to think about what you need to buy next. Welcome to the family. You got out, but they pulled you back in. You had an awesome system at one time. Adjusted for inflation, it could have been like $50,000, but you had children, or they went to college, or you got married. Either way, you're probably eligible for AARP right now. And you may have gone down to the storage unit and pulled out some stuff that you've had in there for a while. You've probably given away more hi-fi gear than the beginner audiophile has ever even thought of, can even comprehend. At one time, you knew every product that was in Stereo Review, Stereophile, Absolute Sound. You can name all the companies off the top of your head. But now, you either have no system, it's in a storage unit, or you sold it all. Or maybe worse, gave it away. In any regard, you are getting back into it. You are starting to buy all your favorite albums on vinyl again. You're starting to get into streaming. You're enjoying it all over again. And you think to yourself, why did I ever stop doing this? Your passion for hi-fi hath been restored. You may have been living in the WITSEC program, but now they found you, and they've got you, and you're back. You're the snob. My channel, I personally vex you. Direct-to-customer Chinese amps from Fuzzy or IEMA turn your stomach. It makes you want to vomit. Nauseates you. It's not hi-fi. It can't be. It's definitely not audiophile. For you, if you're looking at a DAC, anything less than $5,000 is garbage. You can't get a good DAC unless it's $5,000. Even if it goes on sale. So if it was $5,000, now it's $4,500. Now, that's not a good DAC anymore. Thank goodness for price increases, because now things that used to be $4,500, but now their normal price is $5,200. There's better DACs now. Because of price increases, thank goodness. You probably have a very nice display area for your hi-fi. And everything in your system probably has a brand name that most people don't recognize. Why? Because you have a guy down at your local premium hi-fi dealer. Sometimes he gets you a deal, gives you 20% off. But you don't want to take too good of a deal because you want to be able to brag to all your friends how much your system cost. Because if it costs a lot of money, it makes you more important. And it's guaranteed to sound better. You can't comprehend a $65 amplifier. The only thing in your system that costs $65 is one of the spikes that you had to replace on your speaker stands because the threads weren't cut smoothly enough for you. You rejected it. It's all luxury hi-fi all the time for you. You, my friend, are the audiophile snob. Your system's mostly there. You like it, it sounds good, but you're considering something. Something that some people think is evil. Pure evil. You're considering opening that door. Once you walk through it, you can't ever go back. It's like taking the red pill. You're thinking about high-end cables, or power cables, or power conditioners, or fancy speaker stands. The dark arts. The thing that you don't want to talk to people about. Except maybe your high-end audiophile dealer. Because it's divisive, even controversial. But you're still curious. You want to see if that $200 power cable makes a difference. Or the new resin rubbery speaker isolation things sound like. You're scared, but curious. You're drawn to it, like a moth to a flame. You are being tempted by the dark side of hi-fi. You are a gearhead. You already have a system, but you have something new coming. And as soon as that gets there and you put it in your system, sometimes you don't even put it in your system. Sometimes you just leave it in the box. But as soon as that gets delivered, you're already researching your next component buy. You love to watch YouTube. You love to read the online reviews. You can't get enough of it. You have anxiety about missing out on the newest, the greatest, the latest, the best new product being released. And you can't enjoy anything because there's something new coming out. It's got to be better. You've changed out your hi-fi componentry more often than your toilet paper, but it's okay. We're all gearheads. That's why we're here. That's why I make videos, because I'm a gearhead. But don't let it rob you of your joy of listening to music. Take a beat. Don't buy anything for 3 or 4 months. But if you feel compelled, if you feel like you can't do that, then you are a true audiophile gearhead. It's okay. It's going to be all right. Skip a couple generations of new DAC releases and just enjoy the music. Listen, if it wasn't made during the Nixon, Ford, or Carter administrations, chances are you don't have it and you don't want it because it's all new garbage. Everything sounded better in the 70s, including the DACs. Just kidding. Your stuff breaks down more than an Edsel, but it's okay because you already have 5 vintage receivers behind it to take the place of the one that loses its channel, or the static in the pots gets so loud that you can't hear the music. The signal to noise ratio on your vintage receiver is probably 3, but it doesn't matter because it looks pretty. It has a metal front and some nice glass. You may have a new DAC, you may have a new streamer, but that turntable you have, it's a vintage Sony. And it took you 2 years to find those ADS speakers to replace the ones that you gave away in the 80s. It was all better back then. You go to Goodwill, you scour Craigslist, you scour Facebook Marketplace, so that you can find the next component when your component dies. You are a vintage audiophile. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make and a lot of fun to kind of come up with some of these ideas. If I didn't cover what type of audiophile you are, please put it in the comments. And please tell me what type of audiophile you are. So if you want to support the channel, you can sign up for Patreon. Patreon.com/cheapaudioman. Every Sunday night, we have Patreon-only Zooms, Patreon-only Discord, Patreon-only Facebook group. You can also use the links in the description. Most of those are affiliate links, which means if you click and you buy, I get a commission, but it doesn't cost you anymore, so it's a great way to support the channel. You can also sign up for our Amazon Music, Tidal, or Rune. Links in the description. Click sign up. They have a trial period. Even if you quit, though, I still get a couple of dollars. Finally, you can buy me a cup of coffee. Put a little money in the tip jar. Down at the bottom of this video, there's a thanks button. But don't ever feel compelled to buy me anything. So, don't binge watch anything on Netflix or Hulu. Binge listen, maybe as one of these types of audiophiles, and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.